What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with my all new review of Growing Up Hip Hop. Let's get into it. We see Twist and Sean, they're hanging out. Sean is telling Twist that he is, struggling to go back and forth between Jamaica and LA because that's where his business is primarily located. You know, traveling back and forth is costing a lot throughout the flights and everything. Teach is coming out there as well with their son. He don't like being away from his family. So trying to figure out what is the next step because since TT wants to live here full time, he's like, dang, I want to give her what she wants, but I hate the flight. I hate the paying for the flights and everything. That's going to be something that's going to happen later on to talk about. Um, then not only is he trying to figure out how to live here full time while being bi-coastal, he's going to a plastic surgeon's office to get a hairline. He has some baldiness coming in. So when we get to the plastic surgeon's office, you see Twist flirting with the girl, flirting with the receptionist. Okay. Um, the procedure for what Sean wants to do, it costs around 20 grand because he needs about 2,000 follicles added to his forehead to give him a nice natural hairline. That's $10 a follicle. I mean, he can afford it though, but I mean, that's the price he wants to pay to keep himself up, to keep his hair and everything. We cannot get people do elective surgery, elective cosmetic surgery for certain parts. So, hey, people want new teeth, people want, lighter eyes, people want a natural hairline. Hey, it is what it is. Tanise. Tanise is also in LA relaxing. She invites Vanessa over. Cree was supposed to come, but she got busy. Vanessa is talking about going through a certain procedure called triscope because everybody's wondering, is she having another baby? She says no. She wants to get her stomach flat before having another baby. And I remember past seasons, Vanessa did talk about her struggling with her weight because after the baby, then depression kicked in. So she just kind of like not liking how her body is doing and going. I mean, she's working now, but that certain muffin top is not going away. And I feel like Vanessa looks beautiful. If you got a little pudge, you got a little pudge. Like it's natural. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there are women who have naturally flat stomachs, but you can't reach that if you change the way you work out. But it is what it is because dealing with depression, body dysmorphia, I understand where she's coming from because I deal with depression. My body never looks right when I look in the mirror sometimes because I did have two children. I didn't expect for me to have a little flabbiness here, and I'm working out, but I'm not hitting the area that I want to hit more because I only want to target two specific areas because I got the thighs, I got the legs, I got the arms, but I want to tone my stomach more. That's what I want to do, tone my stomach. But it's her decision, and she's realizing that it's my decision. I don't have to worry about what other people think because there are a lot of people who do target, other areas when it comes to getting lipo and this and that, the third. Even Denise, she opened up with getting liposuction, and she remembered you have to massage that area. You can't let it sit there. You have to massage it so the swelling can come down naturally. Otherwise, you're going to have a botched lipo, as we've seen in multiple documentaries. K Michelle's, Fix My Body shit on Lifetime. A lot of women did not take care of their bodies after getting lipo or BBLs. You know what I'm saying? Blood clots and scarrings and shit, how it be looking all nasty and everything, infection, all that stuff. You have to take care of your body if you want to go under the knife because, yes, having the surgery gives you the shape and gives you the body that you want, but you have to still work at it to keep it. It doesn't take away all the work you still have to do. But hey, it's your decision, it's your body. You do what you want to do. All right. Brianna. Brianna got hired to do an event because her brand, House of Black, is about wellness and positivity, which is cool. But they also found out she also sings. And that will be the first time of her performing live. She's nervous, but she kills it anyway. I love Brianna when she performs. She gives me a Sade, Erica Badu, India Ari vibe. It's just neo soul, natural background, natural sounds. That's how Brianna gives to me. And Sakoya says the same thing. She's a natural performer. You wouldn't even think that's her first time singing live because she killed it every time. So her and Brianna have a conversation about where she's at with her mother. Now Brianna loves her mother Tiny. You know what I'm saying? She looks at her like a big sister. She gives me great advice. She gives it to me real. So what's up? What's going on? Well, she's dating somebody. I don't like who she's dating, and I think it's affecting my business. So I just don't like it. I don't like how she's moving. I think she's moving too fast, and all this and that, and the third. Brianna gave it to her straight. Can I be real with you? Your mama can throw her cat to anybody who wants to catch it. That's your mother's business, not yours. I get where you're coming from as far as like, her getting involved with somebody that's working with you in your business, but you can't tell your mother what to do. You can't tell her who she can and cannot date. That's her mother, that's your mother's business. You have to let her breathe. Give her a break. Sequoia wasn't trying to listen to Brianna, but she got what Brianna was saying. And that's respect. I hear you, but I don't want to hear you because I'm being stubborn because you're right, but I'm not ready to hear that you're right yet. I'm not ready for that. Um, so now that she understands where she's coming from, as long as her mother's coming from, I'm not going to pressure you into talking to her anymore. When you're ready, just be cordial, be respectful because that's your mama. Period. I love that Brianna told her straight, gave it to her right. That's it. After all that, Sequoia is planning a skate party and she's inviting everybody, even Creed, even though her and Creed started off wrong, had to fight and everything, wants to start a new leaf. Okay. Brianna don't mind that Creed's going. I don't give a damn. I don't like her. I'm going for you. So she don't bother me. I'm here to make money. I'm not here to deal with this bullshit. So it's cool. It's fine with me. Tanise. Tanise is at her Airbnb. Excuse me. Vanessa comes over after her after surgery. She looks great. You know, Cree comes over and Cree instantly talks about Brianna and how her and her are not cool. On the lie that she said to play the part where she wants to know is Cree friends with the Simmons or is it for television? So wondering that is kind of like why are we talking about this? Jojo comes in and he instantly said, "This is Brianna. This is who she is. You don't want to go down on you do not want to go down this road with her because she plays this game very well. This is nothing new. Now, how I've never met the girl, how could she know me? Blah blah blah." And she says she approached the situation delicately, but I don't believe that. I believe that Cree wanted to have a moment with Brianna because I don't know what Cree's storyline is. So for her to still be in her feelings about Brianna talking about is she friends with the Simmons, is that real, is that fake? I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's not that serious to me. So when she saw the video, especially with her coming down with, what is the purpose of her hanging out with the Simmons? Vanessa felt the way. I don't know why, Vanessa, it wasn't directed towards you. Like JoJo said, I didn't take no offense because technically the Simmons are like hip hop royalty. But he didn't find no offense. And I feel like, there was nothing missaid about that though. She didn't specify about y'all. She said, is it true that she's hanging out with y'all? Is it for real? That's all it was. For Tanise to say that it was a miscommunication from Brianna and that Cree automatically went off the deep end to question it, I don't think it wasn't. I think Brianna was asking a general statement, is she friends with them for real? So I didn't like the fact that Tanise wanted to make it seem as if Brianna misspoke. She didn't misspoke. She asked a simple question. Is she friends with them or not? That's a simple question to ask. That's nothing to be misread or misheard, misunderstood. You know, and I don't know why Creed's feeling well. You're on a reality show where people are gonna have opinions about you. Even on that live, she was probably asked a question about you and she answered honestly. I don't even know. So I just feel like this is something that Creed. Cree, you can miss me with this because all Brianna did was answer honestly how she felt about it. Whatever, you're on a reality show where people are gonna form their opinions about you, so you can miss me. We get Tiny and Lazy. He comes over to her home, gives her flowers. She talks to him about her conversation with Sequoia, finding out about their relationship. Sequoia says she don't want her dating a rapper. All this and the third. Lazy wanted Tiny to tell her from the beginning when they were getting serious. So what was she mostly upset about? That we're dating or that you took too long to tell her? She said both, you know. And it is what it is. But I just feel like Tiny should have kept it a buck with her daughter because they are so close. Maybe this was a part of her that she wanted to see what could it be before telling her, but got so happy with Lazy, she just pretty much blocked out of even thinking about telling her because she was so happy. She was kind of like, I'm just happy. I don't think I should tell anybody what I should do in my life. And from that point, Lazy wants to have a conversation with her because he is her mentor and he wants to be, upfront with however I am, handling her as far as her business. It won't conflict with you guys still being mother and daughter, being a manager. And also to tell her that our situation wasn't planned. It wasn't a plot. It just happened. But they've been friends for a very, very long time. So they're familiar with one another. It's not going to come across as if you set out to date her to get back at somebody. No, it wasn't that. And from that point on, it just is what it is. When I'm happy, I'm happy. I'm in love, and being in love shouldn't be kept a secret. Being in love shouldn't be closed off. It should be expressed and open. And when she said that, it made him feel good. Like, I got you, and you got me. And their whole interaction is them being so cute together. Then we see TT. TT and Sean, they're house hunting. And since Sean is going back and forth to Jamaica, he's concerned about how much money he's doing flying all the time. He wants Titi to find the home that she wants, but Titi needs to know what she wants, because the first home he looked at was 3.7 million and it did not match the price point. That home barely to me was over a million, to my opinion, because it looks like it was like the architecture looked very advanced. I think that's one to keep the money at, but it's just like that for me right now. I'm looking for a new place, and the price point of how they're marking these prices doesn't match how the home looks. And that home didn't look like it was worth 3.7 million. It didn't. And he just wants her to let him know. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you have an idea in mind, and we can move on from there, which I like. Then Sakoya, we get to Sakoya's escape party. Everybody came, all the cast arrived. Brianna came in when her and Cree were in the same room or the same scene. She was, reaching over to get her skates. It was nice. It wasn't mean. It was no nothing. Moving on from that. Cree asked Sakoya what happened at Lazy's party between her and her mother. And of course, she just don't like that her mother's moving on from her father. She's not even divorced yet. She doesn't like how it's affecting her business. And she's decided to date somebody that's mentoring her, and she's feeling a way about it, you know what I'm saying? And Cree said, listen, I understand how you're feeling, but you gotta understand how your mother feels. Your mother dealt with your father for 20 years, dealing with substance abuse, alcoholism, and everything. I don't think you would expect that your mother to stay with your father forever. Like how much he put her through, I don't think you would stay as long if somebody treated you like that, the way that your father treated your mother. And she's putting in her situation with her father that they're both the same. They're both stuck in their ways. They both dealt with some things. And since her mother left, your mother decided to leave. And I remember Cree talking about her father was abusive to her mother, so that's why she left. Now, Sequoia wasn't ready to hear that because it's from Cree, but I understood what Cree was trying to do. I just didn't like that it came from her. That's what it is. Right message, wrong messenger. Because we, as the child, we don't have the right to tell our parents to stay together if they don't want to stay together. If your mother is happy with Lazy, you should be happy for her because you saw what it was like. You know what your mother went through by being with your father. Why would you want her to waste the rest of her life to be with him? Why? Because you want them to still be together, but that's selfish of you to not want your mother to find better for herself. So now Twist wants Brianna and Creed to have a conversation because he wants everybody to be peaceful. So when Brianna said, "Why make fences with this bitch? She gonna knock it down when she breathes," I just fell because that was too funny for me. So Creed feeling like that it was offensive for Brianna to talk about is she friends with the Simmons. Okay, Brianna told her straight up, "I'm gonna talk shit. That's what I do. I talk, I joke, I kid. Even Jesus and his dusty sandals can get it. That's who the fuck I am. But in order for you to get respect from me, introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do that. Now, actually, I take that back. You did. You did introduce yourself, but you did not take it upon yourself to introduce yourself to me more. You did not inquire about my number. You didn't inquire about talking to me of what I like, what you don't like. Like you just stopped in your tracks after what I said about you on my lot, and now you don't want to get to know me. And Brianna said, I don't like a lot of people most of the time. That's pretty me being honest. I don't like most people as far as I can throw them and everything. And she knows how she can come off. Brianna knows how she can come off. But if you understand me, you know that this is who I am. I don't change myself for nobody. Grace said that she is just listening to Brianna. She doesn't hear what she says. I'm not about to listen to somebody who is constantly inebriated, blah, blah, blah. But what was weird to me was how this confessional was just placed in this scene. And Cree is sitting with her dog. I'm like, what the hell? The dog looks so out of place. Like it was Photoshop there. Like, was he real? And I'm like, what the hell is this? So now she says she has her knife on her for the next time. I'm like, Cree missed me, okay? Like, I don't understand what was said or what didn't you understand. Bree said, I know how I can come off, but if you get to know me, you know this is who I am, but I'm not a malicious person. I'm not an evil person. This is who I am. I talk shit. I joke. If you can't handle that, then that's cool with me. I'm not begging for no friends. I don't need no friends. But if you want to get to know me, this is how you get to know me. And Creed just want to have an issue. She just want to have an issue, which I feel like is redundant, of course. Whatever. So, Twist and Sakoya, they're flirting. Okay, Twist want to say she's flirting with him. He's not doing nothing. He wants to, but it's not gonna be a for real thing, like a weekend thing or some scissor type shit. You know, he can see himself fucking with her, but not fucking with her because we know the type that Twist likes. Twist like the Latina mix, the Asian persuasion. That's his preference. Fine. So Lazy came in uninvited, and I think that Eric invited him because he was just fidgety and moving his leg. I'm like, why is Eric so nervous? So Lazy comes in, and Sequoia had a conversation, and I think she was more respectful in this conversation than she was with her mother, okay? Because she doesn't want anything to come in between her business. And are you for real dating my mother? You know, that's my mother. Don't hurt her because this is my mom, you know? But he said, listen, we're not strangers. I've known your mother for 20 years. But she thinks she's moving too fast. She's not divorced yet. And I think my dad still has hopes that he wants to be with her. But he said that's not going to last forever. That's not going to last forever. A divorce will be final. He will move on like she will move on, you know? I think that Sequoia is coming from the space of a child wanting her parents to be together and that her mother is moving on to the point where she has to protect her father because my father's going to be alone. He's not going to have nobody. And I wish that my mother would just wait until enough time has passed for her to move on. Like she wanted her both her parents to be happy at the same time. But that's not going to happen, Sequoia. And you know, he gets it, you know what I'm saying? And he will never do nothing to hurt her mom. He loves her mom and everything. And with you wanting your father to be okay, to not be alone, that's not your responsibility to carry, Sequoia. That's not. All you need to do is love your father and your mother, knowing that they will be okay. You don't have to worry so much about your father finding somebody because believe me, he will find somebody. You know, it's still the same thing. I don't want my mom dating a rapper. I know how rappers are, which I found hypocritical of Sequoia to say because at the same time, you're flirting with Twist. So it's okay for you to flirt with Twist, knowing what happens if you was to be with him, but your mom can't handle the same thing. Yeah, that's not cool, Sequoia. That's not cool. That's hypocritical of you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you probably think your mom is better than that, but that's your mom's decision, not yours. And at the end of it, she's all like, listen, y'all nasty, fine, just don't hurt my mother. That's it, that's all. And that was pretty much it. You know, he said, I got you, I got your mom, I got this and that because we family. That was pretty much the end of the episode. You know, it wasn't much though, but it was for what it was. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for next video, and I'm gonna see you guys later.